because I like cool stuff. All right, so I got this electronic sway bar disconnect from Halo lockers. Had this on my 2-seat Pro XP. Didn't really do a video on it, so I just want to do a quick rundown. I'm gonna put this one on Storm & Norman, my Pro XP4. It's really a basic install. Just some regular hand tools. And I will say that Kelly with Halo lockers did go ahead and send me, before I got the wires already hanging out in there, so not going to be putting the wires in, thank God. I did that when I had the center console all the way apart before, so I just ran the wires, and that's actually what that blue wire loom is, because I had to extend the wires because this is a 4-seater, and at the time he didn't have a 4-seater wiring harness, so I just extended my own and had the plug waiting for me right back here. Kind of hard to see, but so you're just going to take off, I'll call it a firewall, even though I hate to use that word with Polaris, but take off the firewall, and you have easy access to your stock sway bar. So you're just going to have 2 bolts or 2 nuts on each bracket, each side, to take off, and then of course your 15mm to take off your sway bar there. So we're going to get that off. Want to use both hands, don't want to lose your nuts in the pan. Or it fall the other way, me over here working in grass. And it's always lovely trying to find a drop nut or bolt in grass. I'm gonna leave that bolt in and hope that it don't fall to hang that side, keep that side hanging. And go over here to the other side. Go ahead and pull this off. Uh-oh. Just dropped half of my bushing. There it is. You're going to hang on to your factory hardware because you are going to reuse all this. Go back to the other side. That little bolt's going to be a little bit harder to catch. Cap and my bushing. stock sway bar. Just gotta snake it through. And that is out. Time to put the new sway bar in. Like I was saying, it's a pretty simple install. The hardest part for me doing this is the part that I'm not videoing, which was me tearing this entire console apart to run those wires. Because if you own a Pro XP and have not yet pulled that console apart, good for you. Because when you have to pull that center console apart, especially on the 4-seater, because it's really just twice as hard, you're going to invent all kind of new cuss words, because I know I did. Hence one reason why I didn't video that, because it is a little booger to get all that out and back in. Well, come on, get in the hole. Get in the hole. All right. That actually went smoother than I thought it would. I'm notorious with my big old clumsy hands of dropping nuts and bolts, and I can't believe I got them all in without dropping them. All right, I'm gonna go ahead before I tighten those up, just to help make sure I've got it centered. I'm gonna go ahead and put my sway bar links on. I think. There we go. Putting it all on, just not tightening it all up yet. Just makes life a little bit easier with everything loose to put it all together. All right, and get my clamp bolts on tight. And as you can see in the video, it's starting to get a little dark out here. So I will probably have to wait till tomorrow to get back out here and finish the install. Not that there's a whole lot to do and I could do it tonight. I just like to video it. I don't know if anybody's done any kind of install video on the electric sway bar from Halo Locker, so I just thought I'd do it to show y'all how easy it is. Not hard at all. Other than, like I said, other than running that daggum wiring over there is not fun. But swapping the sway bar is pretty simple. Well, where is the end of this bolt? I guess I ain't holding my mouth right. I don't think I had it pushed in, and I couldn't feel it spinning because my fingers are a little greasy because I just sprayed the whole razor down with WD-40 to help make it easier to wash it next time. Well, there we go. I'll go ahead and get my sway bar links tightened back up. Alrighty, next thing is gonna be to bolt the little bracket on. That's gonna hold this motor, because without that bracket, this motor is gonna spin and hit stuff. So I gotta bolt that bracket up. We'll get that done. All right, here is the bracket. I want to get my light out. Show you the bracket right here. You got two holes down here that you've got to bolt it to. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and get those in. Just two little holes, and then we're gonna mount that bracket to the firewall. If I had me a good shot light, I wouldn't be using my iPhone right now. But I'm running what I got. All right, here the bracket is on. Now I've just got to put me a couple of holes into the firewall. I'm gonna go ahead and plug that in. Now I will tell you a little about when I get to that part. It is very, very important. I can't stress enough that before you ever put power to this unit, that you make sure that it is wired properly to the switch. All right, so I realized that I should have never done that video when it was getting dark, because I went back and watched my video and you can barely see. But just in recap, you know, I got the sway bar on, got the clamps bolted back up, and then I bolted the bracket on with the supplied bolts. Got her plugged in. Now the next thing you're gonna have to do is mount this bracket to the firewall. Now unfortunately it does not come with any type of hardware to bolt this bracket on, so I've just got some 1/4 bolts, and we're gonna have to put some holes in here to bolt through. Now like I said, it doesn't take much. All this bracket is doing is keeping your motor from spinning around, so it's not like it needs to be got in backwards. It's not like it needs to be bolted to anything solid like metal. So let's put this sucker on where it's supposed to be. Never been a big fan of these little clips, but I guess it's better than pulling those little push pins out every time you need to get back here. Come on. You let our farger get in. Yep. That's the one thing I don't like about those, is that they just don't go in easy. They have to be lined up perfect. Here we go. To get them in. So that bracket is down in here. I gotta put a couple of holes in it. And I'm gonna do what my buddy Hubert showed me when we put this in the 2-seat. Instead of guessing, trying to find the holes, we're gonna melt a hole in. And hopefully not burn my finger in the process. Yep, may not have got it hot enough, or it just took me too long. I can see the plastic on there, so it's melting through, just not all the way through. Oh, there she goes. Nice little hole. Hard enough to get to the bottom. It's coming. It's coming. There we go. Heater up one more time and poke it through this side for good measure. Woo, burns through good over here now. Alright, I'm gonna get me a drill bit and drill it on out. Alright, I'm gonna get these holes drilled out. Oh, I believe the rain is coming quicker than I wanted it to. There's my resident mutt. Comes over here every time there's bad weather. Dixie, my neighbor's dog, she likes to come hang over at my house when bad weather's coming. All right. Get these suckers tightened up and I'll be done with the back end install. you go. That's it. Just got to put the rest of the firewall back in. Get my little tabs back in. Like I said, not a big fan of these, and you can't really force them. If you force them, they'll break. Just got that one left. There we go. All right, that's it. All installed. Brackets right behind there. Now all I got left. All right, what I got to do next is I got to wire the switch and connect the power wire to the bus bar in the front of the Razor. And you're going to have to access it through this, what's supposed to be a waterproof box. Is not so waterproof for me. But, you know, I've heard other people saying that, but part of my problem is somebody broke my little catch here and zip tied it back on, unbeknownst to my knowledge, and they zip tied it on backwards. So, it is what it is. I need to cut that off and fix it, and I may do that while I'm doing all this. But this panel does not lift good for me, so I'm using a screwdriver to assist popping it loose. Through the channel locks up there to keep from scratching my plastics. I'm gonna lift that up, and I'm just gonna right now spin it around out of my way. And I don't know if you can see that clear or not, but here is your little, Polaris calls it their pulse bar, I believe, but it's just a little bus bar. And so I'm gonna get that wired in. And I gotta reach down and pull my wires through. Now what I did is, I know you can get these just about anywhere. I got these, I think, off of Amazon or eBay, which is the plug for it. And what I've got it done is I'm going to wire to the center blue power wire, because I don't want my switch to have power 100% of the time. I did that with my 2-seat and realized real quick I can't do that, because the switch that I'm going to put in there, if you have constant power to it, it will light up and drain your battery. So I'm putting it straight to the accessory, so that way this won't work without the key on. All right, here's the switch that comes with the sway bar. And I want to point out again, like I had talked about earlier with the wiring, he makes this 99% idiot proof. And I say 99% because I'm the 1% that wired it up wrong, because I was in a rush. I plugged it all in, tested it, worked good before I ran the wires, and then got in a rush and turned around and connected the blue. So he even labels it with color and the words, and I switched the blue and the green. And if you do that, you will burn up that motor / actuator immediately. So make sure that you plug these in where they're supposed to be, because it, like I said, it will straight up fry that motor if you hook them up wrong. I'm just gonna push it on in there. Man, I need to move my rugged cover. Push it in, and there we go. Got it in there. My good old rugged cover to help keep my radio from getting wet. But that is it. That's how easy it is to install. I'm gonna say not including the wiring, because that can vary for me. Just the wiring alone takes me forever, because I just have a hard time with this center console. But once you get the wiring in to swap the sway bar out and get everything connected up, man, 30-45 minutes max. It's a real easy, simple job to do. And I'm gonna go grab the key so y'all can at least hear what it does before I do a riding video to show you how it works. All right, there we go. I've got the key on. Switch is in. Up is that the sway bar is unlocked, and I want to lock it, and you can hear the noise in the back of it activating. I'll switch it back.